passionate dude that wears my heart on my sleeves. And it seems like I'm ranting and I'm crashing out, but I just want to get that 6. I'm so tired of talking about the quest for 6. It doesn't make any damn sense. I thank y'all for bearing with me, though. YouTube, I apologize. I apologize. My phone went dead. Sorry about that. I'm back, though. This is a whole nother episode. And now, after I told you the 5 things or the 5 teams that can't miss in the offseason, now I'm back to tell you, and I complained about Bill Belichick and that whole first ballot Hall of Famer stuff that they didn't give him. I'm back to tell you the 5 things that the 49ers need to do this offseason. And, like I said, it's pretty simple. The San Francisco 49ers got their ass kicked in the NFC divisional playoff round against the Seattle Seahawks, a team that is now in the Super Bowl. All right. Now, the Rams showed us just a few days ago, 48 hours ago in the NFC Championship game that they can be beat, even though the Rams didn't do it, but they almost put up 30 on them. And they could have put up 30 if Sean McVay didn't get so greedy and so aggressive. If they had took the points on 4th and 4, instead of going for it, they would have been down 31-30, and they would have probably had a chance to still win the game had they got the ball back. That's neither here nor there, but I'm just saying. They put up 27. We put up 6. And we put up 3 before that. In the last 2 games against Seattle, we scored a whopping 9 points. That's embarrassing, Kyle. I don't care who's on the fucking field. All right? One thing that jumped off the screen when we played the Seattle Seahawks was that they were so much faster than us. They're elusive. We looked slow. We looked old. And we looked just bad. Jawan Jennings, never been fast, but he didn't even look like he was running his routes. You know what I'm saying? 100% completely. Wasn't running through his routes. Ricky Pearsall, I can't say much about him because, well, he probably wasn't even 50, 60% in that game. But if he didn't play, Niner fans were going to kill him. There's no Brandon Ayuk anymore. There's no Debo and none of them guys. They never were that damn good anyway. It was just a product. They were just a product of the system. Something that I wish Kyle would get away from because that system that he runs, he thinks highly too much of it. And he thinks because of that system, he can just get this guy and plug him here, and he can get that guy and plug him there, and I can schematically get these people open. Well, I got news for you, Kyle. How about you just get motherfuckers that can get open on their own, and they don't need the system? BPA, best player available. And that's the one thing that I'm going to say that we need to do at number 5 on the list. Get some wide receiver talent. I'm talking about wide receiver 1. I don't know if Ricky Pearsall is a number 1 wide receiver or not. Why don't I know that? Well, because his rookie year, he got shot. And I don't hold that against him, but he came back from that, and he could have got on the field sooner than what he did. But when he did, well, he showed some signs, but Kyle just takes too long to play him. And then in year 2, it looks like he was ready. The first 4 weeks of the season, I was like, I'm impressed. Ricky Pearsall is going to be a good receiver for the 49ers. And then he got injured yet again. And, well, it just seems like that's his thing. It just seems like getting hurt is kind of his thing. And, again, the PCL, I ain't tripping on. I mean, we could tear our PCL right now and we'll miss work for weeks. And we expected this brother to come back and play a football game. So I'm not trying to complain on that. He battled through that, give him credit. And then he re-aggravated it in the the Chicago Bear game, week 17, okay? He missed a few weeks. He missed a wild card game. He battled back and tried to come back for the divisional round playoff game, but, he was not Ricky Pearsall. And, again, I'm not holding that against him. But just in case he's not a wide receiver 1, or if he is but he can't stay healthy, we need somebody else. Justin Jefferson, I would make the call. I hear they're going to make the call for Jordan Addison. That's not a 1, though. That means you're saying Pearsall is 1 and you want Addison to be 2. Draft a good wide receiver. I don't know. Go get Kyle Pitts in free agency. Whatever you do, let's see what Jacob Cowing and Jordan Watkins got. But we need to get some speed on the field, and we need to get wide receivers that can separate on their own, not just schematically, because that shit only looks good when people are zoning us to death. And when teams want to beat us, they just man up and say, watch this. Let's see, can you get open? And then they never do. And we've been seeing that for the past few seasons now. So wide receiver one, I say that's what they need to go big at. And if they don't, which they probably won't, at least get a respectable wide receiver two that can get open. And you put him with Pearsall and Watkins and Cowan. And when Kittle comes back and Tunges, if we get him back, he's a restricted free agent, we'll be all right. Number 4, y'all, the secondary sucks. All right? I don't believe in Mustafa. I don't believe in Jair Brown. I don't believe in Marquise Siegel, even though Siegel showed some signs of hope when he came back after Jair Brown went down the last few playoff games. I was kind of impressed, but we still just lack that. He's got a little speed. He's got some range, but we need a safety like John Lynch. John Lynch, get somebody in there that can run to the box, that can fly to the damn, shoot the gap, get to the quarterback, get in the backfield quick, fast, and in a hurry, and really impose their will and, just disrupt the play. Like you used to do in Denver, in Tampa Bay. Why not? And if there's nobody out there like that, then it's got to be somebody in free agency. Whatever you got to do, man. We need safety help. We need a corner. I don't really think Diamandola is a CB1, but I thought if you go get a CB1, a real one, and you can move him over to CB2, we've got a dangerous-ass secondary. We just have to do it. Again, y'all, I apologize. My device went dead. I'm back, giving you the 5 things the Niners need to do on YouTube and TikTok Live this offseason to get to where the Seahawks are right now. And it's probably more than 5 things, but these are my 5 right now. Wide receiver 1, CB1, or 2. They're probably not going to go 1 at all, but at least give me a wide receiver 2 and a cornerback 2. I know you're paying Diamandola good money, and I know it looks like he's good because he doesn't get picked on a lot. That's because Renardo Green, punk ass, is on the opposite side. I throw it over there all day too. He's going to be gone after this season, and whoever replaces him, they need to be able to get stops and somebody that can please turn their head around when the ball is in the air and not get the PI. Get a corner and or a safety and help that secondary out. Number 3. There's so many things, man. I want to make sure I number this stuff right. Number 3, running back. Why? Because Christian McCaffrey's getting old. And he just had 420 touches in 2025, and that was way too much. You had a backup running back in Brian Robinson Jr., who was about to go into free agency, if I'm not mistaken, and you just gave a 4th-round pick to the Commanders for nothing, and you got nothing from it. You used him on special teams more than you did in the backfield. Now, some people tell me Jordan James is the answer, but how the fuck would I know? I ain't never seen Jordan James. Shout out to you too, Hawks fan. The Clip Farm. Good luck, man. Go win the Super Bowl. I mean that. Why not? My team ain't gonna do it. But yeah, back to what I was saying. If Jordan James is Christian McCaffrey's answer or replacement, good. But how would I know? I ain't seen him. Play him. And is there a reason why we didn't see him, Kyle? Add somebody else just to be on the safe side. Bring somebody else in and get that running back right. The running back shit, period. The running back room needs to be better than what it is. And we need to see more than just CMC. Y'all, I won't be surprised if he announces that he's retiring in the next month or so before the draft. I'm not saying that's going to happen, and I ain't heard that's going to happen. But he looked really, really banged up and beat up after this season. But then again, he kind of looked like that, I was told, in training camp. And he still had a hell of a year, and he could be an MVP or Offensive Player of the Year and Comeback Player of the Year. But at some point, you just got to understand. But he's so nice to look at. I like watching him too, man. But at the same time, I'm tired of him getting ran in the ground by the slave owner, Kyle Shanahan. It's just ground and pound, ground and pound. Hey, Kittle, you feel like blocking some more? Yeah, I know you're supposed to catch it, but just keep blocking. CMC, you're tired? Come on, man. One play's good enough on the sideline. Get your ass back out here. Now, they say CMC hates to take plays off too, but come on, man. At some point, when is somebody going to be the smart person in the room and say, hey, I don't give a fuck what you like or don't like, all right? It's time for you to take less snaps. That's what other people are here for. And Kyle doesn't do anything but show us when he's overusing CMC, he's only showing us how bad he is and how non-innovative he is, how he's not as creative as people said he once was. I mean, he just shows us how he just likes to lean on Christian McCaffrey, just lean on CMC. It's time to stop it, all right? I don't know what season this is for McCaffrey. I want to say this is year 9 for him too. And in running back years, that's like year 12, 13. It's time to replace Christian McCaffrey, and it's time to get some depth in the running back room. All right, 5 was wide receiver 1 or 2. 4 was cornerback 1 or 2. 3 is Christian McCaffrey's replacement. Get the running back room deep. Remember when Matt Breida and Raheem Mostert and and the other guy from Atlanta would just come out there and just one after another, we would just be dishing them with carries. We would just hit them with different backs every time. One was fast and speedy. One was fast and could take some contact going between the tackles. And the other one was the short down back, Jeff Wilson Jr. And the other one that I can't think of from Atlanta. He had them in Atlanta too. We had a lot of running backs. Let's get back to that. Just because you got one of the best running backs in the league doesn't mean like you got to run them in the ground like a damn Hebrew slave. Enough is enough. We were all like this, hoping that McCaffrey didn't get hurt. And he still kind of did the last game, but luckily it was our last game. But you didn't want something bad to happen to where he's not ready for week 1 in 2026. All right. 5 again, wide receiver 1 or 2. 4, CB 1 or 2. 3, get the running back room like it needs to be. Thank you, Licia. Number 2. Hold on. Receiver, corner, running back, wide receiver, cornerback. No. Wide receiver, corner, running back. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, number 2. This is number two. It's so many things. I want to make sure I number this stuff right. Number two. Okay. This is kind of, I'm going to put both of them in the same category. Pass rush, of course, and linebacker. Pass rush first because we definitely need to get to the quarterback. You saw how we couldn't do a damn thing against certain teams. I don't even know how we won some of these games not being able to get to the quarterback. I know Nick Bosa was out, but just because he was out doesn't mean like we should have had somebody else that could have stepped in. Bryce Huff, hey, man, you played for Memphis. I appreciate you. You did all right, but you didn't do good enough, man. I mean, you were there, though, to come in on passing downs. You were there to come in when, we already had people pinned back 3rd and 8, 3rd and 12. You end up having to be out there on damn near every down, and that's not you. So we've got to have somebody else in there that can do that. I don't know who that is. They're talking Max Crosby in a trade. I think that that's only good if you don't have to give up too much for him. I think that that's only good if we can restructure the contract or something like that, because he just signed a big contract not long ago. And we've got enough big contracts on our damn cap already. And most of those big contracts, those players were all on injured reserve. So if we trade for Max Crosby, I guarantee you he's going to tear his ACL week 3. I promise you. So be careful what you ask for. We do need to get a pass rusher, but I would much rather do it in the draft. Now, I know we probably can't get, what's his name, that Bain Jr. from the Miami Hurricanes. That's a long shot. He'll probably be the first edge rusher off the board. And I don't think we trade up that far to get him. That's the bad part of making the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. We're not picking until like 27 now. That's fucked up. Because we need to pick way sooner than that. Way sooner than that. We don't pick till like 27. How are we going to get Bang Jr. from Miami? But we need somebody like him. I don't know how they do it, but it ain't my job to figure it out. Figure it out, John. Figure it out, Kyle. So again, 5, wide receiver 1 or 2. 4, cornerback 1 or 2. 3, get the running back death room right. The running back room needs to be fixed behind CMC. And 2, pass rusher / linebacker. I forgot to give you the slash part. Fred Warner's not getting any younger, y'all. And we still haven't got anybody to replace Dre Greenlaw yet. I don't want to hear about Tatum Bethune. I don't want to hear about D. Winters. Them boys ain't all there. All right? Especially when it comes to coverage. Can they fly to the ball and hit people? Yeah. Sometimes they can bring them down and sometimes they can miss tackles. But they're probably going to be injured because they're kind of undersized. We need somebody to play next to Fred Warner, like Warner and Greenlaw, like Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman. We need that in order to be a good front seven. Now, we need to do that. What about bringing Eric Kendricks back? For depth, of course, but he played pretty good. Maybe you can find a way to play him with Patrick Willis. Not Patrick Willis, with Fred Warner. Man, them guys was good. I'm sorry, y'all. Bowman and Willis were as good as it gets. Damn, I wish we had won a Super Bowl with those guys. But yeah, need another linebacker in the room next to Fred Warner, and you need to replace Fred Warner also. Number 1, this is easy as it gets. Protect your motherfucking investment. Offensive line help. And this is something that they're probably still not going to do. But this is number 1 on my list because so many years Kyle and John has not addressed it. For whatever reason, they continue to overlook that they need an offensive line. Just because Trent Williams keeps saying he's coming back doesn't mean like you don't need to address no other part of the line. You still could use a guard. Aaron Banks went to Green Bay. Spencer Burford was all right until we played good defensive linemen. Connor Colby, Matt Hennessy, all those people that came in that they tried to play behind the starters, it ain't working out. All right, Jake Brendel, I don't know if he's ever going to replace him, but he should. There's a free agent, I think, coming from the Ravens right now. I can't think of his name, but the Ravens have a center that's about to be a free agent. You might have to overpay him to get him to San Fran. All of Brandon Ayuk's money that he left on the table, you may have to give all of that to him. Can't think of his name right now, but you need a center or you need a guard. Dominic Pooney, y'all praised him. Man, that motherfucker ain't shit. When he played against good D linemen, it showed. Now, did they hold up better than I thought they would when Purdy came back? They did, and that was very, very weird to me how they done that. But that's neither here nor there. The center and guard spot is where we're weaker at. Colton McKevitz ain't the best. But if you can't replace him, I'll let you slide. Trent Williams has to have his replacement. I don't care if he is coming back for year 32. He's 37, though. You know, it's time to start drafting his replacement. And Kyle is the type of dude that won't address that position until it has to be addressed. Just like he did when Joe Staley left. We were like, well, is he going to get Tristan Wirfs? No, they let Tampa Bay draft him. And then we traded for Trey Williams in that same draft. And I didn't think that we should have done that. Now, I like Trent Williams, I do. But Trent Williams ain't Trent no more, y'all. It only looked like that when we played the Browns and the, well, I can't say the Browns because they had Myles Garrett, but you get what I'm saying. The Titans, the Panthers, the Colts, you know, the Cardinals. These were the games in that 6-week stretch where it looked like, damn, that O-line is better than I thought. No, it wasn't. Then we played the Bears and the Seahawks and the Eagles and the Seahawks again, and we saw we still need some help up front. So that's number 1 for me. 5, wide receiver. 4, corners or safety. That's secondary. 3, the running back room. CMC's not getting any younger. I wish they could keep Brian Robinson Jr., but I think he's going in free agency. 2, linebacker slash pass rusher. And number 1, address the offensive line. Those are my top 5 reasons. And an honorable mention is don't screw up the DC job. Don't give it to Gus Bradley because in my opinion, if you do that, in my opinion, you're setting yourself up to fail, and it can be 2024 all over again. I think Gus Bradley is just a low-budget, wannabe clone Robert Saleh that you all, that Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch would expect to, well, he knows the system, he knows this and that, he's perfect for it. No, the fuck he isn't. I'm going to say it again, y'all. Gus Bradley, I see a lot of y'all laughing at me, but I don't hear nobody saying I'm lying. Thank y'all for watching. Gus Bradley and Dan Quinn, those two motherfuckers got a name off of LOB. Shout out to the Seahawks. Shout out to Richard Sherm. All those boys. Cam Chancellor. Man, there was some bad boys. Earl Thomas. Shout out to them dudes. LOB is what made those guys a name for themselves in this league. And I'm telling you, what the fuck has Gus Bradley done since LOB? He left and went to Jacksonville as a head coach, failed, got fired. He's been a DC with the Chargers, fired. He's been a DC at a lot of different places. The Colts, fired. You can't get fired that much and be that good. Kyle, I'm pleading to you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Overpaid Jim Schwartz to leave Cleveland right now and be your DC. Also, give him assistant head coach or something as the title. Whatever you got to do. Raheem Morris, go get him. Overpay one of these assistants that are more competent to do the job, because Gus Bradley may know the system, but he's just not that good. He's not that good. You don't get fired that much and you're that good. I'm telling you. Don't do it. Yeah, Robert left again. Can you blame him? Shit, these guys want that head coaching money, man. And they want those opportunities. Yeah, he's gone. We said he was going to be one and done. And this wasn't even a good year for the defense. But he did the most. He did the best he could do with it. Well, does anybody have any objections to what I said? Let me see how much juice I got on here. Yeah, I think I got enough. If anybody wants to say something real quick and debate it with me, I'll let you come in and be a guest. I got a few moments. But other than that, I'll sign off then. If nobody has any objections. How do you feel about trading for Addison? They're saying they're going to do that, 49ers, but I'd much rather have Justin Jefferson. But I'll take Addison if it comes at a low price. But I'm not giving you Mac Jones for him. I know that's what they're going to want. I need some draft picks too if you want Mac Jones. Addison's cool now. He is. And he's faster than probably any other guy we got. Pearsall ain't slow, but Pearsall got to stay on the field. I don't know. Let me see what YouTube is talking about. Chase, a guard named Chase Basontis from Texas Tech in the first round. Or Monroe Freeling, offensive tackle from Bama, would fit perfectly. And there's also a few tackles coming out of Utah this year that I would like for us to kick the tires on. But those are some good honorable mentions there, Joe Knox. Thank you. Thank you very much. West Philly Black said Kittles, Ayuk, Debo, and McCaffrey were unstoppable. Your Super Bowl window is now closed. Thank you for reminding me. But I've been saying that. And if they were so unstoppable, why didn't they win it? We need 2 guards and a solid center. I agree. That's why it's number 1 on my list. Offensive line. As far as the 5 things the Niners need to do this offseason. 49ers are done, my G. How your rival going to play a Super Bowl in your stadium? Man, that's just how it is, man. That's just how it is. The 49ers could win the Super Bowl in Seattle one day too now. You just never know. Offensive line is the priority. Yes, number 1. That's what I said, Joe. Kyle Shanahan missed so many good players. That's what he does, Slim. I mean, Slimy. Slimy pizza. That's what he does. Bang, bang, y'all. Bang, bang, Joe. We need Mac Jones for quarterback. I love Mac. Somebody said Patriots. Man, name 10 wide receivers. Name 10 wide receivers? Huh? Oh, and that's another thing. The 49ers hadn't had a true number 1 receiver since Terrell Owens left, y'all. Like, honestly. Crabtree was in there. Anquan Bolden was cool, but he wasn't our number 1 because he wasn't the same Bolden that he was when he was in Arizona. Not even Baltimore, really, but he was the best we had at the time. Terrell Owens is the last good wide receiver one we've had. Man, that man been gone since 2003. It's 2026. Come on, y'all. This is the person that you keep asking me, who you going to replace him with? Anybody that knows how to get us another damn T.O. He had it with A.J. Brown because in my book, that's baby T.O. Mr. Furley said had him in bubble wrap. Who will win the Super Bowl? A solid fullback. Oh, yeah. And another thing, get rid of Kyle Juszczyk. I said that earlier today, and I'll say it again. I don't know who the fullback's going to be, but get rid of him. You don't use him enough in the offense, no way. He's old and slow. He's 35. Kyle Juszczyk is 35. Kittle's 31. McCaffrey's 29, going into year 9. Fred Warner will be 30 next year. It's time to get younger. It's time to get faster. All right? It's time. How they say it before the UFC fight? It's time. Who watched UFC? They had more ratings than they've ever had on the Paramount Plus network. Bang, bang, brother. Marlowe, Ayuk is a great route runner. He is, but he's not a 49er anymore. So I could care less. You make me feel old. Sorry. No older than me, I'm sure. Tunges replacing Kittle. I like Tunges, but I still wouldn't mind getting Kyle Pitts and having Tunges and Kyle Pitts on the field at the same time until Kittle's come back. I like Tunges, but man, we need some speed. Tunges still ain't that fast. Hufanga back. Man, go ahead. He got jokes. Doesn't it hurt, though, to see former players on your team look better somewhere else? We used to say that Hufanga looked like he could be good, but he never put it all together with the Niners. And he stayed injured. Man, I've been watching this motherfucker with the Broncos, and I've been like, man, damn, you didn't make that play for us. You didn't do that for us. I mean, he was always a thumper, but he's even making plays in the secondary. Like, what? I've never been more mad. I haven't been this mad at a player, a former Niner, leaving and shining elsewhere since. I mean, he's doing better than Greenlaw. But I haven't felt this upset since Ted Ginn went to the Panthers. Remember when we had Ted Ginn Jr. and he was just a special teams ace? And then he went to Carolina and caught like 101 deep bombs for touchdowns, and he had a lot to do with Cam Newton being the MVP in 2015. I was like, what the damn, Harbaugh, you didn't have him doing that for us. Or was they just saying we ain't got the quarterback to accurately throw it deep down the field like that? I don't know. I thought Kaepernick could chunk it. He wasn't always that accurate, but man, just let Ginn run the damn route. And if he's got the separation, it'll make up for the inaccuracy, unless it's just terrible inaccuracy. Ted Ginn snapped out the next year in Carolina. I was like, what the fuck? And Hufanga's done that this year. I told Bronco fans he'll play 4 games. I did. My apologies. I don't know if he missed a game. Now, Greenlaw missed some time, but yeah, man, he had a good year, though. I hate to see that, but it happens a lot with us. And that's something else that we need to question the coaching staff and Shanahan and Lynch about. Maybe you don't have the right assistant coaches. Maybe you didn't get the most out of Hufanga when he was on our defense. Look at him now versus then when he was with us. We messed up getting Chase Young was a bust. Yeah, that was bad. But we didn't give up much for him, though, I don't think. Y'all would have done better with Mac Jones. Don't get me started on that, man. I love Mac. I don't want Mac to go. Alex Smith was the same. Yeah, Andy Reid, man. It did make a difference, didn't it? Alex Smith was better, too, when he left us. I was rooting for Alex. But, man, y'all, Ted Ginn snapped out that year. Every time Cam Newton was going deep, I was like, that's Steve Smith. No, it's Ted Ginn again. I'm like, what the fuck? This motherfucker only got touchdowns for us when he returned the punt. Man, that had me hot. Anyway, yeah, Hufanga kind of had one of those years, in my opinion. Jake Moody made a few kicks when he left the 49ers. I don't think they kept him, though, but he went to Chicago or something, and he didn't miss a kick when he was there for the moment. But y'all, Trey Lance and the 3 picks that he moved up to get him and wasted, and we couldn't draft Micah Parsons and a few other players in those drafts that we didn't have #1 first-round picks. Cal should have been fired right there, y'all. Stop it. That was grounds for termination right there. And that happened 5 years ago. Come this draft, that'll be 5 years. And he's still here. But if Mike McDonald wins the Super Bowl on February the 8th, he will have a Super Bowl victory in 2 years of head coaching. And Kyle doesn't have one in 9 years, and he's had 2 cracks at it against the same damn team and still couldn't get it done. I'm just saying. Ted Ginn had blazing speed. He did, Dre. But we didn't use it. The football gods have been good to the Niners a lot of years. Quit being pessimistic. Look at the Browns. I knew somebody was going to say it. Hey, man, I just call it the way I see it. And you can't say I'm spoiled. I'm not a Laker fan. It's not like I'm used to winning championships every 5 years. We ain't won in 30 years. I'm sorry, 31 years. That's why I hate to talk about the Cowboys, and I don't play with the Cowboys because the Cowboys ain't won in 30 years, but we ain't won in 31. I know we've had some good years, but I'm not one of those fans, brother, that just likes to be competitive, just likes to be in the mix. I'm tired of being in the mix. I'd rather go 2-14, damn it. Who cares? At least it ain't nothing to talk about. We suck. But getting our hopes up every year, getting us emotional and all the anxiety, thinking we're going to do it this time. Oh, we're going to do it. And then we choke, or we're just having an injury-riddled season. Enough is enough. Like, I don't like to be good like this and not good enough. I'm sorry. I'm sick of it. Like I said before, give me 5 straight losing seasons. I don't care if it's coming behind a Super Bowl victory. Just give me that one. That's all I'm saying. That's just me now. We all look at it differently. Glass half empty, glass half full. Y'all probably think I'm saying it's half empty, but I'm just tired of competing and being in the mix of things, and we never get there. It just puts you in the conversation a lot more. It just gives more people reason to troll and say, how does it feel to keep choking? How does it feel to get to all those Super Bowls and lose all 3 of them? Because we've lost the last 3 Super Bowls that we've been in. 47, 54, and 58. Anyway, y'all, that's it, y'all. I'm done. I said what I had to say. I just wanted to come back on YouTube and give you my 5 top things that I think the Niners need to do this offseason. The other episode that's up on YouTube, I got to make sure it's up. It's where I gave you, under the live section, it's where I gave you the 5 teams that can't miss this offseason. Can't miss. And Bill Belichick is not a first ballot Hall of Famer out there winning 8 Super Bowls as a head coach and defensive coordinator. I be damned. Could have fooled me. That was the news that I wanted to break to you. And that's pretty much all I got for right now. The Browns fired their offensive coordinator. And Ron Rivera is reportedly getting interviewed for the Arizona Cardinals head coaching job. The Cardinals have been the most quietest team in this head coaching search. Mainly because nobody wants it either. They don't know who's going to be the quarterback. Are the Cardinals and the Dolphins just going to swap QBs? Kyler Murray for Tua? Or what's going to happen there? I don't know, but whatever they do, I hope they don't get it right. That's the only team we're better than in the NFC West right now. All right, my time is up. Barry Bonds isn't in the Hall of Fame because he cheated too. Hope they apply this logic to Brady. But they won't, and that's why I'm tripping. And Barry Bonds should still be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, we know he cheated. We know Brady cheated. But they're going to put Belichick in the Hall of Fame. They're just not doing it the first time around. And to me, it's like, why y'all being so petty now? You're not going to take the Super Bowls away from him. And you're not going to put Brady in this list. He's going to make the first ballot. But I agree with what you're saying, and I hear you. I do. Fire John Lynch. I agree. It's a weird flex. I know, right? I know. Thank y'all, man. I do appreciate it. I'm just gonna say repairs. I can't really see what all that says. Local something computers. Computer repairs. Thank you for joining me. Thank all of you. Quarterback 13. You like the 49ers? Yes, I do. I like them and hate them at the same time. Can't you tell? But yeah, I'm red and gold till I'm dead and cold, man. Thank you, Steel DRE. Thank you, Rabanga. Thank you, Big Dog. Beltron cheated also. Why not Bonds? I'll take the Cardinals job for one of the Harbaugh contracts. Hell, I would too. Man. What if I was the 49ers' next general manager? Would you all have faith in me to get the job done and really, like do a proud, fine job? I can draft players like Reuben Foster and Solomon Thomas and Javon Kinlaw and Mykel Williams. I can do that. I'm just fucking around, man. But hey, man, it's been good. I appreciate y'all hanging in there with me. I know I had a lot to spit, but I gave you the real spit, as always. This is The Great Debate Show, and The Great Debate Show is available on all social media platforms. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube and follow on TikTok. And while you're at it, YouTube, hit that notification bell, because you never know when your favorite unk might pop back up. Until the next time, peace.